Hello and welcome to another video. I hope that you're all very well. When you attend a driving test, the first thing that an examiner will do is to inspect your documents. Provided they are all in order, the examiner will then ask you to lead the way to your vehicle. On the way to the vehicle, the examiner will ask you to read a number plate, which is approximately 20 meters away. If you manage to read the number plate successfully, then great stuff. You continue on with the driving test. If you cannot read this number plate or you read it incorrectly, it's not a problem. The examiner will then choose another vehicle, which once again will be approximately 20 meters away and give you a second opportunity. If you cannot read the second time, again, it's not an issue. The examiner will go back into the office and come back with a tape measure. They will then choose a third vehicle, a completely different vehicle, but this time, rather than it being approximately 20 meters, the examiner will measure the exact distance and ask you to read that number plate for the final time. If you manage to get it correct, then great stuff. You continue on with the test and it's no issue at all, not even a minor fault. Even though you've read it third time, it's no big deal at all, not even a minor fault. However, if you cannot read the number plate or you read it incorrectly, then you will fail the driving test and you will not be allowed to continue driving. More importantly, as it is a condition of your license that you can read a number plate at a distance of 20 meters, your license will be revoked. The examiner will keep your provisional license and they will inform DVLA. A few weeks later, you will receive a letter from the DVLA advising you to get your eyesight tested and rectified. In the same letter, they will also invite you to book an appointment with a driving examiner to get your eyesight checked again. So this means that you've been to the optician and the optician has subscribed you some glasses and you can now read the number plate without any issues. And furthermore, the optician can write a letter for you to say, yeah, this person can read a number plate. No good. The DVSA will not accept that. You need to book an appointment at the driving test center so an examiner can request that you read a number plate from a distance of 20 meters. Now, with today's current waiting times, this appointment with the examiner may take you 6 months, not for a driving test, but just an appointment at the test center to read a number plate. Once you've read this number plate, then and only then can you reapply for your provisional driving license, which will take a good month. Once you've got your provisional driving license back, then and only then can you book a driving test. So the whole process between the two driving tests will take you a minimum of 12 months. This is why this is one area that you do not want to fail your driving test on. So if you are struggling to read a number plate at 20 meters, what can be done? Well, the first and the most obvious thing is visit an optician, get your eyesight tested and get either contact lenses or a pair of glasses. Let us assume that you can read a number plate at 20 meters. Let's assume that your eyesight is fine. However, when it comes to reading a number plate in front of the driving examiner, you get so nervous that you struggle to read this number plate. So what can be done? There's actually a few things. Firstly, when the examiner asks you to read a number plate, take a deep breath in and at the same time close your eyes. So you're looking at the number plate, close your eyes, and when you open them, your pupils will expand. And as they expand, as they enlarge, you'll be able to see clearly for a few seconds. Hopefully enough to be able to read the whole number plate. If you can't, let's assume that you've only read half that number plate. Read half of it and then close your eyes again and open and read the other half. No problem at all. The examiner will accept it. Now, the other thing you can do is that the number plates have two colors here in the UK. You've got white in the front and yellow in the back. You may find it easier to read on a particular color. Some people find reading a number plate on white a lot easier than reading a number plate on yellow. If that's the case, again, just mention this to the examiner even before he or she asks you to read the first number plate. So as soon as you've had your documents inspected, just say to the examiner, do you mind if I read a number plate on a white background or on a yellow background? No issue at all, not even a minor fault. Now, the third option that you have is, rather than to read the number plate, you can write it down on a piece of paper. You can write down one letter, one number at a time, and you can really take your time. If you're very nervous, just relax, close your eyes and write, yeah, that's a G, A, 10, etc. So those are your options. According to gov.uk, fewer than half of motorists surveyed by DVLA knew they must be able to read a number plate from 20 meters away in order to drive safely. Well, you guys definitely know that you need to be able to read a number plate from a distance of 20 meters in order to drive safely. So when you're out next time, why not check your own eyesight and see how far you can read the number plate? Is it 5 car lengths, 6 car lengths? Can you read at 7 car lengths? Whatever car length you can read, let me know. Comment in the text below and we'll see how many car lengths that you can read a number plate. Until next time, drive safely. Take care. Bye-bye.